What was your favorite greeting? Was it the firm shake, the knuckle tap, or the butterfly?
We come in peace.
They came in peace.
How is it that you hear these things?
Young man, how is it that you do not?
I can't even believe that this worked.
We now return control of your television set to you until next week at the same time, when the control voice will take you to...
Hey.
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 Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, gosh. Every time you move that microphone, it's like eruption.
I was sliding it closer to me.
What was that? That was terrible.
What was terrible?
You just moved it or something. So I think we need to get you a new microphone cord, because I remember that's why I didn't want to use it anymore, and it sounds horrible, honey.
I can't hear anything.
You can't, but we can. Trust me. Guys, if you're still there.
Hey, Terry. Hey, Lorenzo.
So I actually figured out how to do the pop-out chat from YouTube, and I can tell you it's significantly different than the one that we see on the side. They pop up quicker in YouTube naturally.
Okay.
And I'm typing back to them. Hello, guys. So here we are. We I don't know how. Well, I just want to thank all the people who recently backed, and I'm going to say thank you, Lorenzo. That was very kind of you. And thanks to everybody who has had us on their shows lately. We've been out there pushing Cyclopian, getting the word out. Now, I will tell you, the fact that, we're still not funded only inspires me to work a little harder, a little wiser, and try to step it up some more. This is exciting. Cyclopian is going to. So what I think we're going to do is run issues straight up until October. Then I'm going to try to do. Well, I am going to do the 24-hour comic again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to probably produce Cluster Fudge 2 in the autumn winter time. So my hope is to have Cyclopian 1 through 3 at least, maybe 4, and then jump into the 24-hour comic, which I actually have plans on how to do that this time. Thanks to Terry. And I'm going to go ahead and try to push that, go through with all that. Meanwhile, honey,
yes,
I believe we're almost ready to announce our new artist, but not quite. Right. So we're bringing on an artist to work on Kidclopian, and we're both very happy and excited, but we can't announce it yet.
Right. What I wanted to do is when we announce her to actually have her a guest on our show. So I have to coordinate that.
Yes, absolutely.
I
got to tell you, I think this Cyclopian book is something special. That's not to say that I think we're peaking yet. I think we have a long way to go before we peak. But we are climbing the stairway to comic book nirvana.
You're so funny.
I am absolutely adoring this book. And I have to tell you guys, as much as I'm very proud of Cyclopian 1, which we're funding right now on Kickstarter, I'm working on number 2, and I'm seeing all the seeds from 1 grow into little budlings into 2, if you know what I'm saying, story-wise.
Yeah.
And I'm just bubbling. I'm like,
little budlings. Is that even a word? Little budlings?
Yeah, little bubblings.
That's kind of funny, actually. Just saying.
It's like, okay, so like there's stuff going on in issue 2 tied to issue 1 that just I'm so excited about, and it expands and it grows. You get to see Cyclopian's mansion, which the government is paying for, because of course
Mhm.
someone with his power would do quite well out there in the real world, being sponsored by, say, the likes of Nike, or getting involved in football or basketball. He could make a fortune. So the government has to keep him somewhat satisfied, or else, they know. I'm sorry. Go ahead and say something, honey.
It's okay. Hello, Rick.
Yay! So in a few
Chronicles is
minutes, we're
here.
going to open up the stream for everybody to join.
Mhm.
But it's that kind of night, and
What was that?
that was me just flushing all the negativity out, because I had a little confrontation on
Was that like a real toilet sound? Like that wasn't
yeah,
near our bathroom. Your office is not near the bathroom. And why aren't you on camera? Oh my
well,
God.
because I'm trying to like not overexpose my mug. I think I'm not very good looking tonight. I mean, look at this hair. It's horrible. It looks like a hat.
But you're back to the hat now.
I have to be.
That means his hair is too long to wear, just not
That
like,
means, okay, trash compactor, it's coming. It's
Yep.
coming back. Look at that. Pretty soon I'm going to be able to do the coif. Do you know what the coif is?
I do know what the coif is.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be able to do a coif.
Stop.
Man. No, I
Stop.
wouldn't steal his gimmick, but it's getting to where, like, yeah, it's about 2 inches high now.
Yeah.
And that's where I get to have fun. That's when I start using gels and sprays and stuff. And yes,
And
guys,
he does too.
I am an agent of the 80s. Remember, Motley Crue teased their hair. There was no long, greasy hair. It was all poof.
Oh,
We were the cleanest men in the century, because we had to have all that stuff clean to do it,
right. Oh my God, you're too funny.
Okay, wait a minute. So I got stuff for all of this, but I got to tell you.
Look at his hair. Oh my God. What are you doing with this?
I'm on fire, baby.
You are on fire. You are a nut.
You know that I'm just in a good mood. Do you want to check out the campaign just to update everybody? I
think we should.
Okay. I'm going to run this.
Lorenzo, that's funny. That's a lot of toilet humor. Ha ha.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
You got to love your music, right? So you just got to play that, We are now at 34%. That is actually an increase of 7%. Thank you, backers. We are on our way. We are 9 backers, $171 of 500 with just 13 terrible days to go.
I know.
That's the back this project.
Will we make it?
Look, it says right there, you can't back your own project. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, think about it,
Well, I mean, there would be ways to do it, but why bother? If you're going to back your own project, it's kind of like, oops. So there's the cover. And here's a quick rundown of the story. The elevator pitch is, one-eyed alien comes to Earth and has to play the American hero. That's basically what comes down.
Right.
Elevator pitches have to be quick. I think that might be too quick. I'm still kind of working on it.
That's okay.
You can see thank you. You can see the sequential art, and the panels. Here you see Kid Cyclopian, which is what we're actually bringing another artist in, because frankly, I think the character would do better with a different style. And I'm excited about that. And of course, this particular issue is Cyclopian and his 3 bestest friends dealing with a beehive. And yeah, that about covers it. These are, everybody's seen these if you watch the show. If not, I encourage you to go to Kickstarter. You could just Google Kickstarter, The Great Cyclopian, or even Kickstarter Cyclopian. It comes right up. I actually believe I forgot to put the link in the description on the video, so that's kind of stupid of me. So we'll post it in the chats. But yeah, down here is some more ads for other comic books. In the tier area, you can give a pledge without a reward. I wouldn't recommend doing that, although people can do whatever they want. But for $5, you can get the PDF emailed to you when we close this campaign. For $15, you can get a comic book, and that is issue 1, 40 full color pages, 2 stories, really cool stuff. We just kind of highlighted it a moment ago. We also have the buy 3 or 5 books. They end up being $10 each, but you don't actually receive them. What happens is we give those to children at the Comic-Cons this year, and we'll track that so you actually know where your book went. Not specifically, we're talking first names and states only, but yeah, it's going to be a fun way because we have a lot of people. I say this every show, but we have a lot of people that just want to donate some money, but I think it would be better spent if we actually handed out the books.
So
that's the Kickstarter campaign.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I am glad to hear that.
Yeah.
On the books that people are basically donating, the $30 and the $50 tier, do they get a PDF?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so at least they still get a book. It might not be their preferred method to view it, but they do get a book.
Right, and if they want to, they're always welcome to also purchase their own book, which we would ship. But the reason the books are only $10 each when you buy them for the kids is because we can subtract the amount that we generally set aside for the shipping. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll actually hand deliver these in the conventions, and I've even thought, we can even give them out at all sorts of events. It's just a matter of letting the people know. Yeah, we gave it to a 7-year-old in New Hampshire. We gave it to a kid in Maine. We gave it to someone down on the coast. Wherever it might be.
Right.
And in a way, I think that's positive for so many things. It is a little bit self-serving because, of course, we're giving out Cyclopian. And I do think that I would like to offer to any indie creator out there who has let's just say, a PG book, something that's not, blatantly cussing and having, soft porn or anything like that. Right. But if you want to get involved, you can always drop us a copy, 2, 10, whatever you want to do. And when we're at the convention, we'll happily give them to kids, not just, willy-nillys. We're talking about kids who are looking like they have nothing, and they just want something. So we'll give them a book.
There you go.
It's the same thing we've always done. We always give out stuff at conventions. And we're just going to continue that because that's part of what we do. So, honey, did you want to add to that? Because I'm kind of like
babbling.
Totally great.
You're not
babbling. It's like totally
you're not.
awesome.
You're not. So have you shared the link for anybody that may want to join us, or is that not happening tonight?
Would you like that to happen?
What are you doing, you weirdo? Stop it.
I'm not a weirdo. I'm looking at the link, making sure I'm sharing it properly.
Okay.
See it?
I do see it now. Yes.
I shared it.
So if you want to come in, you're more than welcome.
Yes, if you want to come in, you're more than welcome.
You don't have to come in, but we are open for conversation.
What we need to figure out is how you can co-admin chat with me. Let's see. I heard someone. I think it's Rick. Hang on. Yes. Okay. So let me do something. Let me do something geeky, Rick. Ready? Because I want to do this. I want to get in the habit of this. Hang on.
Hi, this is Alexa. May I know the purpose of your visit?
No.
I'm sorry,
brother. How are you?
Test Alexa.
I need to find a couple of more greetings, but that's the only one I have on the board.
Thank goodness.
I've actually figured out how to do this so that I have a line of videos that I can pick from.
Of course you do.
Yeah, it's so cool, honey.
Yeah, I can see this, right? Oh my gosh.
Hang on. I don't know. Oh, that's Tony the Tiger. I don't like that one so much. It's too long.
You're great.
Have you seen it yet, Rick?
What, the Tony Tiger one?
Yeah, this one. Hang on.
Yeah.
Of course they have.
Let it play now for anybody who hasn't. But we'll talk over it. It's inspirational, isn't it? Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's that's what I would say. It's inspirational, guys. Yep. So we have had a busy week.
Okay. Yeah, I saw.
Thank you for all your help, Rick.
Oh my gosh.
We can't thank you enough because we were like a potted plant.
Yeah.
And our roots had hit the limits of what we had done as beginners marketing and getting out and meeting new people. You've just helped to breathe new life into our humble souls, which seek nothing more than to reach comic book nirvana.
So now I feel like a dandelion. And you know how a dandelion is, right, guys? That thing gets picked up by the wind.
Hey,
and
they're just
little
dandy.
seeds. Yeah, we're just a dandelion. We're coming in. Watch out. Roar. That's my marketing pitch for the night.
Roar at the stream, did you?
Because I'm a dandy lion. A dandy lion. Roar.
Well, completely off topic. I just thought of a joke because of that commercial.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What did Mary Jane say to Tony? Hey, Tiger. Tony the Tiger.
Diana won't get that because she's not an old Spider-Man reader. MJ used to refer to Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, as Tiger.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, when they first met, he said, "Hey, Tiger, you won the jackpot."
Nuh-uh. That's so crazy.
Yeah, that was her nickname for him.
Oh my gosh, no, that's really going back. That's not any of the Spider-Man movies I've ever seen.
Well, you're a normie, so yes, you're right.
I am a normie. I'm very proud to be a normie. Stop picking on my norminess.
Well, you're getting.
I'm going to go to normie self-help group.
You just a little bit. We are corrupting you. I'm seeing more pop.
Actually, in the Tobey Maguire ones, she did call him Tiger once.
Did she? Oh God, I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie in years.
That movie? Which one? There's.
I think the first one. The first one, or she might have said it in a couple of them.
I mean,
but I'm pretty sure she called him Tiger in the first one.
Yeah, but Toby was in like 3, honey.
Yes, but you understand that I've watched the movies, but I've not watched the movies. Like I've watched them,
she wouldn't get, like you said, she doesn't know the reference, so he calls him Tiger, and it means nothing to her. But, every fan out there means something.
I'm like, okay.
I must tell you, I'm a little biased, but I think you look beautiful tonight.
Who's that? Who are you talking to?
You. Actually, honey, I'm referring to the Canadian.
Listen, I don't think you should hit on me in like live stream. That's just not very. That's just not. Yeah, that's not cool. Stop.
All right. So hang on. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hang on. Hi, Terry. Hang on.
Hi, this is Alexa. May I know the purpose of your visit?
Terry, I'm so sorry.
No, you may not.
Thank you.
This is the best. I love it. Oh, so how are you tonight, Terry?
Well, go ahead, Terry.
Now we've got dead air. This is
doing.
Listen, I'm gonna start passing the bean bag around. You guys need to like have that virtual bean bag. When you have the bean bag,
I can't catch it from there.
I'll have to figure out a way to do it then.
I don't think you could throw that far.
Oh, wrong video.
Yeah, I don't believe that. That's some bull.
Oh my God. Oh dear. Terry, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Diana, shake your mic a little.
Shake it?
Yeah, I think your mic is screwing up. The cable's bad on it, I think.
It's you. All right, everybody else listening to me. Do I sound terrible?
I don't know whose mic it is.
Hang on, let me try something.
But you seem to be moving yours, and it seems to be going in and out. So
Remember, I was replacing this one because that one did some weird stuff.
So you
Yes,
gave
she's
her
muted now, so she can't make any noise.
Oh, why?
All right, now you're unmuted. I muted so we could just test it.
Okay, so is it me that's making noise?
Yeah, just don't move the mic or the cords or your body. You can move your head a little bit, but just stay still. Don't disrupt the microphone.
I can't drink. I can't eat. I can't move.
Yes,
What
but
else? Why
you
am
are
I
to
here?
be a statue.
Okay.
You're moving. I saw the nose move.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay,
Hey,
wait.
Lorenzo.
Howdy.
Hi, this is Alexa. May I know the purpose of your visit?
Hell no.
Chris, you have to stop that.
I'm loving it.
You're loving it, but what about the rest of the people? They may not like it.
They all
Just
say, hell
saying.
no. I love it.
You blame them? They don't want to know. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Lorenzo, to the show.
How are you, bro?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you sound weak or something. Are you sleepy?
Something.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. Did you stay up too late?
I don't know.
He always stays up too late.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy.
I had energy before, but then it took a while for the link to be sent out.
Actually, it's been there for a while. We put it out when, honey?
About
5
2 minutes
minutes
ago. 5 minutes ago. You put it out at 8:44.
Yeah.
No.
Did it not come over?
No, you didn't put it out at 8. Yeah, you put it out at 8:44.
That's when I
it's
paid for it here.
8:52.
And it's 8:52.
Yeah, we talked
been
for
out
about,
for-
I guess we talked for about 15 minutes before we opened it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. You talked, not we. You.
Well, it actually gave you a chance to actually plug your book. Well, I said actually too many times, but
Oh, guess what I got in the mail today?
What?
Finally, after
What'd you
like
do?
3 years.
After 3 years?
Yeah.
yeah.
Red Rooster.
Yeah.
What? For
Well,
real?
it's a book that people cared about 3 years ago, and it ended up in the.
Oh, it was Red Rooster?
Yeah. I purchased it August 2nd. It was supposed to come in March 2019.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's that famous Comics Gate customer service that they're always bragging about.
I did an unboxing video for it too.
And I'm sorry, and so you're what I would consider to be actual Comics Gate, Rick. But all these other, but the way that these other people have really kind of ruined the name Comics Gate for a lot of.
Hey, and
people,
in that 3 years, I've made myself a comic book, got it out, funded it, delivered it, made myself a coloring book, funded it, and delivered it.
Yeah, I mean, you were a little bit late, but because due to things that you were beyond your control, you weren't able to get the funds at first from Indiegogo. But even you, man, even then, you were able to get 2 books out and.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
even then, I was only 2 months late on the one book.
But they did, Diana, as this one guy, he went and he decided to go and took everybody's money, and then he just decided to make a deal with Walmart. Got the books out at Walmart. They completely they flopped or what? Because he took a graphic novel, he divided it into 3 different books. And at least one of them was in the 99-cent bin. Maybe not at every Walmart, but someone who was able to buy it for 99 cents. I must have paid, was it like 45, 50 bucks for, I think I guess maybe got some stickers or something with it. But
it was 25 bucks signed.
Yeah, but I got whatever the deluxe copy, you know what I'm saying?
Diana won't remember this, but we actually bought that at Walmart. We got issue 1 at cover price.
Yeah.
How much was the cover price?
Oh, you did? Cool.
How much was the Walmart cover price, though?
I want to say it was $4.99, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, it was about that. It was under.
Okay, so if you bought like 3 of them, I mean, if you got all 3 issues, it still would be cheaper than what the backers paid.
Right.
Yeah,
but
but
I will
the
say
backers
this,
did get it signed.
in the quality,
Yeah, which
I
actually,
hope the quality is better for the backers, because the print was okay, but I don't think it would be worth the money that you guys are talking about dropping into that campaign. So
Here, let me show my camera off quickly. Camera.
but I have to say, I think some books, like I've come to a point where when we look at crowdfunding, we have to look at a couple of other factors too. Like Ethan Van Sciver, I've always had a problem with his pace, but I've come to accept and understand and even appreciate the fact that like he's actually got a customer base that's paying good money, and they're being patient to get their books, and they actually seem to thrive on the wait. So on the
you mean they're masochists?
What's that?
You mean they're masochists?
I don't know what the masochist is defined as.
Well, they thrive on like being tortured.
Yeah, the torture, the wait.
But I think it's even better than that for them, because they watch his show and it's like an ongoing saga. Like he talks, he shares.
Yeah, I think some of them, a lot of them might want him to continue doing his live streams. And if he actually, I think he said before in a video with Douglas Ernst that he has a hard time drawing and live streaming at the same time. I could totally understand that.
Right.
It's just maybe he should just write down the book may or may not arrive like in like 2 years or 3 years. I guess he gave himself a year this time.
Hey Rick, I neglected to say anything while you were doing that, but that looks pretty good actually. That foil cover.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that was.
And it also came with a jacket, which basically looks the same.
Yeah, so it sounds like you got way better, product for what you paid at least.
There's a jacket.
I don't think it was on my part. I don't think it was worth like waiting. For me, it wasn't worth waiting 3 years.
Oh yeah, it probably wasn't worth the wait, but like that paper there, for instance, is a better stock than what the Walmart was. If I'm
okay, well that's good to know.
Yeah,
my
Walmart it definitely looks better than what you picked up.
This is worth $25, but I paid $25, and it's signed. I paid $25 extra for the sketchbook. Wait till you see the sketchbook.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe I backed the sketchbook as well. I still haven't opened my package. I'm in the process.
There's the sketchbook.
Huh.
It's like 6 to 8 pages.
Oh,
that's all. You should have just put that at the end of the book.
Yeah.
And that would have been like, I mean, those are actually cool sketches. Wow. So I think that's probably.
See, I think a lot of this style is carried by the coloring, and it's phenomenal coloring. The art is not bad, but it's not the kind of style that I like.
It's his wife, Elizabeth Breitweiser.
Yeah, she's really good at coloring.
Yeah, that's true. It really does. The coloring really does help. But yeah.
Hang on, let me do this because I'm probably giving Rick a complex now.
so yeah, that book actually, I guess it does look like a very, but nice if you had like upgraded to hardcover or something. But still, it sounds like might have been worth the extra money.
Yeah,
but maybe not the sketchbook.
Except for the weight, I don't mind the money that I paid on this. I say it's worth the $25. But I paid $25 extra for that.
Yeah, that's way too. That's like that's not good. I mean, the artwork's great, but it's. I thought that there's gonna have a lot more sketches in there. At least it's a sketchbook. It should have
a lot of sketches.
Yeah.
It should be at least for $25. It should be at least half the size of this.
Yeah, maybe they charge like $5 or something. Even then, that's still not very many.
Well, that's another weird thing. Like value, people are kind of different. Like the value of a 24-page comic by a well-known artist is different than the value of a 40-page comic by a lesser-known artist. Do you know what I mean? Like value is in the eye of the beholder, and what they're willing to pay for what's happening.
That's something I'm surprised nobody. I mean, not nobody, but I'm surprised I hadn't heard that before. Now is that the sketchbook was
that
as I said, I got my package here, but I did. So I'm in the process of cleaning my apartment.
Well, I don't know how many
trying to
people
organize
have
my comic book, so I haven't opened it up because it's just
right.
I don't know how many people have got the sketchbook. Did a opening. Unpacking. I did a 7-minute. Like my video is like 7 minutes long with my.
I thought something about the cock crowing.
Yeah, that's the cock crowed thrice.
And that's what people call him, the crimson cock.
Yeah.
Though somebody said there might actually be a comic book by that.
Well, and it's part 1 because I'm going to read it in the next week or so, or a couple days or whatever. I am actually going to read the book, and I'm going to try and do my best review. It'll probably be my first review on a comic book itself. After reading it,
Yeah, that would be interesting.
And whether it was worth the wait and all that, sort of thing and all that.
Well, yeah, and it's going to be again in the eye of the beholder,
Yeah.
Although I know that it was originally written by Mark Pellegrini.
Oh, yeah.
But then he, works with Tim Lim. But then I heard that for some reason, it sounded like the editor was told to rewrite it for some reason.
Yeah, somebody did a lot of redrafting on that one.
Yeah, and so there's some kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like.
Well, it just kind of goes to show you, like business is when you're working with other people, you're always taking a risk. And they might turn on you. They might not perform the way you expect, or they might outperform what you expect. It's all relative. I don't know.
Maybe that was the thing. It was too good of a story, and so you had to have somebody. No, that's not fair because I haven't read it.
So listen, man, we got to talk a little bit about some of the cool stuff. We were on. What is Indie Volt? Does anybody know what Indie Volt is?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's a very large YouTube channel. It has multiple channels within the channel, from what I gathered.
We were on an Indie Volt show last night, and it was
cool.
Crazy cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. They usually broadcast on Facebook also, so you probably got a large viewing.
Yeah.
It looks like they have featured channels called Varian Grant, Arrow Comics, Daphne Lake or Lage, Dreaded Dinosaur, Raging AVC, and Geek Insider. Let's see, Meredith Loran, Creating Chaos, and Luke Stone Studio. So those channels happen to be featured on the Indie Volt Live Wire. They also have, I'm looking at their website now. So it's actually like a group of, I think, indie and professional artists that come under the Indie Volt name.
It kind of reminds me a little bit when they used to have web hubs.
It's very cool. They do I see a lot of Webtoon. It came from Webtoon. But yeah, they were fantastic. I got to tell you, I was very impressed with their professionalism, their kindness. They welcomed Chris and I. They didn't know us from a hole in the wall. And so I was very impressed. I believe we are going to be on not this Saturday, but next Saturday's show. I think we're going on. She's known as the Indie Princess, Lola, the Indie Princess, Geekasm, I think. Do you guys know her?
I know her.
All right. Well, anyways, I think Chris and I are going to be on her show Saturday at 9. I don't know what that means, but she reached out to me. She followed me, and I said, sure, why not? Let's just do it. Don't know what I've gotten myself into, but I think it'll be fun.
Hey, I got to check what this is, okay?
What is it?
I do not not know them.
I couldn't tell what it was.
The way to your world.
It's Lorenzo. Lorenzo.
Now see what you've done?
I think that was Enoch.
Christopher.
He was an ancient altrusion.
Well, you know what? That was the only altrusion I could find video
Oh,
on.
yeah. He was a little more golden brownish.
So the thing is, those
It had
thumbnails
more
were black,
fingers.
so I couldn't tell what that was. I know what Tony is. I know the opening of the show. I only have one more video to spoil now.
He's got more fingers, they come in handy.
He's more intelligent, right? He's
Well,
more.
We're not supposed to talk about that anymore. But yeah, the ancient altrusions, and really founded not only the lost city, but created said to have created the land lost using like crystals or some sort of crystal technology.
Of course, is cool. Hello, Creators Outlet.
Created that dimension.
Hey there. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to
Welcome.
Chronicles. We're shooting it about comics, pop culture, Cyclopian, the Great Cyclopian #1 on Kickstarter.
Picking on his wife, blocking her from talking, all that good stuff.
No, I only blocked you.
Everybody's got to have hobbies.
Hey, do you want to see? Would you like to see my last video that I've been holding?
Please, let's get it over with.
They're not really my videos. They're just clips.
It's not the poop
I
one, is it? Please tell me it's not the poop one.
No, the poop one I have over here. Do you want to see it?
No.
Not the poop one?
No.
All your baby needs is attention or a change of scenery. Try making eye contact and talking to her or taking her to another room.
What's wrong with you? Guys, I'm not in his office when he does these things. He thinks it's funny. Please talk to him. Somebody reach out to Chris and just say, "Listen, dude."
We know you're not in his office, but the problem is he lets himself control to be an adult.
Yeah.
I thought you had a bag of groceries at first, and then it was a baby.
It was a baby.
Why? Can I just ask you why? What was your reference for that? Where were you coming from?
Okay, so like this. Okay, let's say somebody comes in causing drama, and they're like, "Wow, wow, 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 wow," and "Wow, wow, 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 wow."
All your baby needs is attention or a change of scenery. Try making eye contact and talking to her or taking her to another room.
Isn't that great?
God, that's so funny. Now that I understand your reference and what you were planning on doing. So if somebody comes in and they want to be trash talking and drama king or queen or they or whatever.
Except you ruined the surprise.
I know.
Yeah, because you just.
But we don't have a lot of viewers, so like some
Lorenzo.
unsuspecting whiner might come in and we can surprise them.
Why? Why do you do these things? I don't know. You're so crazy.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm taking an influence from other shows which have been far more popular than this one. We've been on the air for about 3 years, and we average anywhere between 6 and 15 viewers tops.
Right.
But I watch other shows, and really all they do, sometimes more graphic, is they do stuff like,
A totally great day. It's like totally awesome.
And they just throw clips in there, and people go, ha, 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 ha. So it's just... It's finding the right clips.
I just don't know.
I think we need to clip you.
There you go. I'm going to don't do the toilet thing again. Dear God, help me. So we were on 2 different streams this week, which was very exciting. We were on Critical Blast, and that was a lot of fun. And he also did a really nice write-up for Cluster Fudge. That's the gentleman that did that.
And he's a really cool dude. RJ, I've seen him in other videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to tell you, talking to him directly, he made me feel far more comfortable than I thought I could.
Right. He's a good guy.
For you guys who don't know, I can talk here all night. It's easy for us.
Uh-oh. Stop.
But you didn't mean, wait. So
start making noise before we even see it.
Honey, we have to be fair, though. he might have meant this.
Oh no.
I
Now
think
you
your
saw
wife
that
wants
sound.
to say to you, cut it out.
Now you'll see. Now you'll see.
This show's kind of crap.
It is kind of crass. It's gross. It's disgustingly gross. So that was the toilet thing creators outlet. I apologize if you were
Both toilet
offended.
things. I have 2 toilet humor things now.
Yeah. No, the other one was not toilet humor, honey. That was just gross.
It's just an animal going to the toilet.
So as I was saying, I felt really honored that we were able to get onto 2 different. Oh my gosh, not another one. Yes. Oh crap. Ha ha ha. Oh crap. Yep. We were able to get on 2 different streams tonight, and we didn't have them planned, which I thought was really cool. Well, Critical Blast was planned. That's
Yeah.
when I was away this weekend. You told me what was happening for Monday. We didn't have God Chat because we were on his show.
That's
And
right.
then last night we were on the Indie Bolt show. And that was a lot of fun too. And that was really late.
Way different because not only did we get to pitch our book, but we were allowed to participate in the conversation. And what I mean by that is, and this is fine, sometimes you go on a show and what you're doing really is just, hi, we're here to push the Great Cyclopian. Please join us on Kickstarter and back us. And the story's about an alien, and this is really cool. And you do that thing. They actually like put out a question and had everybody answer it. So last night they asked, what do you do? Somebody in the chat asked, what do you do with creative burnout?
Right. That was the topic.
Right. And they just hit all along. And it was kind of cool because maybe so, Creators Outlet. I love toilet humor. But it was very cool because we got to hear like a spectrum of answers. And then when it got to me, I just kind of told them how like my Asperger's makes me kind of obsessive, and I can draw and do draw like, about 8 hours a night, give or take. Usually it's give another 2 into it, but like they were like, oh wow. And I know that's kind of exceptional, but not really. I know there's a lot of people like me, and it's just what they focus on. Like I've obsessed over guitar, I've obsessed over religion, I've done all sorts of obsessions. The thing is, I could ride any of those as long as I wanted to. It just wasn't happening with comics. This is the first time I've gone back to an obsession, so it's a lot of fun.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah. And I don't think I'll be going back into heavy metal lead guitar, so that won't be happening.
Okay.
And religion is just a different thing. I'm a spiritual fellow. I love Jesus Christ, just so everybody out there knows.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should go back to metal then. You're not going back to heavy metal. It's metal nowadays,
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they drop the heavy part a few years ago?
They don't even do the metal now. When I was researching for Cyclopian's character, because he's 19, I spoke to many gentlemen who are 19. And every single one of them, I said, so tell me, man, what's your favorite heavy metal band?
Oh, no.
And they all looked at me and went, what?
The kids at school, they were like, Mr. T, we have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's
been kind of it's kind of phases from being popular to popular again.
Well, it's almost like going to ask somebody what acid rock they like, because acid rock is even older and nobody remembers that except
isn't that what I mean? Wasn't that what they called Hendrix? But Hendrix really did, with his acid rock, he really did create like heavy metal and a bunch of genres of music. Even though he was doing like blues rock actually, but
yeah, and Hendrix inspired a lot of heavy metal, and by that, his rock structure, his technique, his rhythm. Metal guitarists were notorious for getting a master like that and just learning the crap out of their techniques.
Yeah. Well, hard rock as well. I mean, I don't know if we didn't even at the college radio station. We didn't even call it hard rock, but I guess that's basically what it was. It was like indie. It was some of the indie rock's not as hard, but all the underground stuff. All the underground stuff was pretty hard, though.
I haven't heard anything hard that I would normally listen to for years. Like tonight, Friendly Cactus on Twitter asked people, what's your favorite albums? And I realized most of my albums are like from the 80s.
But do you remember when the Cult came out?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean they were like kind of bringing back, they were kind of bringing back the hard rock style, and it was kind of being replaced by like hip hop and like other styles of music. Seemed like they were really at least on those big rock stations, they weren't really playing much. I don't know.
Well,
They weren't playing much of anything new. They were playing a lot of old stuff.
But I'm a guy who just loves distorted guitar, to the point where they don't have to do much. I just love that growl of the chord. And in today's music, everything is so smooth, and really computerized. If we're going to be honest, for the most part, at least in pop, that like every time I hear something on the radio, I think it's a Listerine commercial or something. It's not until like they go into a chorus. It's a real song.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, Christians,
too much of that style.
God bless you all, but the music that we hear on K-Love, it's just I can't really do it.
How did we get here?
Well, I was actually.
Isn't that how did we get here? My ear?
I was crashed into a mountain and I hatched out of a crater. And my mother was riding by on the 10-speed and picked me up.
God, you guys stop.
You got here your mom and dad are wonderful. Anyway, you're trying to refocus us, aren't you?
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
Well,
so let's talk about
number one. Look, it's got a little script on the bottom.
See, I was once a hatchling.
Hey, look at how cute he is. Oh, he's so cute.
If you weren't copywritten,
that.
Hey, if you weren't copywritten, I'd include you in the book. You're so cute.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's a good thing. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It is, absolutely.
Totally great day. It's like totally awesome.
Am I the only one who loves that?
There we go. That one was well timed. I must admit that.
Gnarly, dude. Gnarly.
Well, in StreamYard, if you just before you go live, if you just share all these videos, and I'm sharing video. I'm not doing it with websites. I'm doing it with video downloads. Mm-hmm. They all stay in the back room, and then you just pick one. So you can be talking.
Oh, so you have to do that before you go live.
Yeah, well, you can do it while you're going live too, but it's just easier to like have it waiting, and you just like that, and you can like.
So right now you could add. Could you add more even right now, even though?
Yes, I could add. I could add them.
But yeah, I see why it'd be more convenient.
I can add web tabs, but then you have to click the audio, and then it's reliant on your stream. This here, when I'm using the video, it's already on my hard drive, so I don't have to deal with the bandwidth issue.
Yeah, that's what the problem is playing now. A video, it's hard to play a video off of YouTube. I press play, and then sometimes it stops, and so I'm trying to use my trackpad, and it's not or touch screen or whatever, and
there's another
doesn't always work right with a Chromebook.
There's a woman in here with me.
That's nice.
And she's not of my kind either.
That's weird.
She's an old woman.
That's got to be Gracie or Tiny.
It's Tiny.
That woman seems to be a real dog.
Yeah. She is a real dog. She came up looking for attention because I would give her none. Poor baby.
You know, Chris should get a soundboard.
Hey.
Now I'm giving you ideas.
That woman is a real bitch.
By the way, I disavow the use of the word bitch with canines.
Some of the
Christopher,
Yes.
What are you working on now that Cyclopian is done?
You mean like Cyclopian 2 you want me to talk about for a minute?
Yeah, why don't we talk about what you're working on now?
Cyclopian 2 continues the adventure from 1, obviously. And we find our hero in his mansion, which is, like I said earlier, government provided, along with Captain Anthony Santos. And they're waiting, because they haven't gotten the call for an emergency. Meanwhile, in California, a woman who is tending to a very ancient bee hive, a breed that her family has taken care of since before they came to America, is having problems because she believes the cell tower is making her bees sick. They're not producing honey, and this is a very special kind of honey, which will impact her in many ways. So she gets upset and decides she's going to call the governor. But before she can make it to her house, the bees attack, and the queen takes over.
Yep.
And I don't want to give away too much.
Wait, you integrated the phone tower conspiracy into yours.
So they're not behaving right?
You're misbehaving. Misbehaving.
You guys are killing me.
You guys are awesome.
Oh, for
However,
crying out loud.
back at the mansion, they do finally get a call, and they rush to it, and it turns out just to be Dr. Jill checking out Cyclopian, checking in on Cyclopian.
Is this the entire story?
This is part of the story. I'm sharing part of the story.
Sorry.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I know you don't have it down to your elevator pitch. The other book was just like...
Oh, yeah, no. She just asked me to talk about what I'm working on, so I'm kind of summarizing what's happening.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not an elevator pitch for sure.
Yes, Cyclopian has to face a giant squid, which has taken to sucking off an oil plant or an oil rig in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. But you find out that Forevertron is testing Cyclopian to see if he is the god of Ra. And so it's a setup.
So it's a story that's kind of coming into its own, right? You haven't finalized it all, but I know he's.
No, I have, but I'm not going to share much more than that because I haven't drawn anything beyond that.
Right.
So it's safe for me to talk about this stuff because it's kind of etched in wood.
Etched in wood. Oh my gosh.
I won't say stone because any page is worth destroying if it needs to be.
Right.
Well, I'll give you an example. Okay, so
you might want to see what I wrote in the private chat.
Oh, I will. So
for future reference. For future reference. For future reference.
Well, that's not the private chat. I don't even see the chat. Hang on. There it is.
What? Can you see? You still haven't found your glasses, have you? Nope. Look at him squint, you guys.
Did you see it?
Well, I imagine that could be misused, but
you just used several phrases.
Hang on, now I have to think again. What was that?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, it's okay.
You're talking about the squid.
Well, the squid is going to be interesting because number one, squids have one eye. And he's going to quickly have to deal with this.
I see.
Because Cyclopian has that one eye. Yes.
You're
getting the point
Oh
there.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You're going to end up on a date?
Yeah.
No, but there is an interesting development because, well, I can't give away too much because
you can't give.
You already did, I think.
Chris,
No,
you can stop talking now. Stop talking about that. Stop.
Well, are you guys excited to get that picture that was drawn on Friday?
Yes.
And this is only if the Cyclopian makes it in the Kickstarter, because if it doesn't make it in the Kickstarter, I don't know what we're going to do. So anybody listening out there, please feel free. Why don't you put the Kickstarter link back
that's
up?
kind of in the chat, but it's kind of up a ways.
Yeah, it is.
I guess
So put the Kickstarter link in the chat in case anybody's watching.
Up there, but still might be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I made sure he knew that he could give it to Diana too, that picture.
I just put it in the private chat.
See? Yeah. See what I'm saying, you guys? He is a hot mess sometimes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was gonna paste it, but you already did.
Thanks, Lorenzo. Thanks for.
I was having a hard time copying and pasting. It wouldn't let me do the Chromebook. Once again, wouldn't let me use the mouse. Sometimes they can use the mouse, and sometimes they can use.
That's weird.
Touch screen to select things, and I never know what's going to work and what won't.
I don't know. I know I have no rights at all to the stream. Like I can't do anything in order to see the.
I don't know if StreamYard allows that, or if you have to run the stream. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you should at least give her a wrench in the chat, Chris.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I gave Lorenzo one, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
surprised that
okay, go
Terry-
in the chat on YouTube. Go over to where the 3 dots are by her name. Click it, and it should say "Make Moderator."
Yeah, I was surprised that Terry didn't have one because he's been on here
Actually,
a number
guys,
of times.
Yeah, how come you didn't? Well, how come I don't have a wrench? What's wrong with me?
You have a wrench.
I don't have a wrench.
Well, no, yeah, it won't show up for you ones before, but if you type now, if he's giving you one, it'll show now.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, you have a wrench. So does Terry.
I do not. Oh, I have a wrench now. Oh, I'm cool. I'm one of the cool dudes. This is awesome. What does a wrench mean?
It means you can delete people's posts if they're putting naughty stuff in.
Oh,
You
can
can have
hide
links in the
them.
chat.
Okay.
Yeah, any links.
And you can put links in.
Okay.
And then let's say it goes and then it says like there's some words that for some reason YouTube censors and you can approve the message if you want. Like sometimes they just censor things and all depends on. Might be a little too prudish, like
right,
Yeah.
right.
Like,
oh well, that's cool.
Like I got a wrench on the last Matt stream, and he's not really into censorship.
When you're telling him to put these links in, now you for Kickstarter or whatever, now you can put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. I like on the last match channel, there's people will type things in there, and it'll censor that. But the last man wants to, see what people are actually typing, even if they use a naughty word or whatever. And so, I'll just approve it.
Well, yeah,
I prefer to see it too. The only thing is we have to be careful if somebody's getting, well, we know there's got to be a limit, but I just don't know where that is yet because nobody's.
I mean, I could see if it was a bunch of like racial slurs, like
oh yeah, but I mean,
like grainy or something. People start calling me grainy, Oh, I just said it. I can say it because I'm green.
Well, and you were using it as an example. You were actually trying to be demoralizing to yourself. You weren't trying to be degrading to yourself.
Someone came on my stream and yelled out the N-word before, and or they had a voice text to speech thing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that happens like that in streams, but
and they're
we've had 2 incidences. One was really bad, and that hasn't been repeated, and the other one, it wasn't the worst, but it just got weird. The guy started yelling at my wife, so he was out for the night, and he hasn't been back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I defend Diana.
It
happens when you get married,
Well, I kept banning the guy, and he kept coming back using different accounts.
Yeah,
and Daniel's got and Daniel's half deaf, and it was just blasting out, what got left of his hearing,
Oh.
Chris just disappeared.
No, I'm still here. I'm messing around.
So, question, Chris, where are you? Stop.
He's back.
Messing around, honey.
This is what I do to my students.
Hide from the humans.
I look at my students and I say to them, do I look like I'm smiling? Does Miss Diana look happy? And I just look at them and they're like, no. I'm like, I'm not happy. You need to stop being naughty. Stop. So, honey, how about Cluster Fudge 2? I think you should think about doing another one.
Well, the response has been positive, and definitely there are places to go with the story. So yes, there probably will be a Cluster Fudge 2. I'd say we're 80% sure that there'll be another one this year.
We have to. No, it's not. We have to. You have to write the rest of the story. You can't leave me hanging like this.
Okay.
And I agree with Creators Outlet. Creators Outlet did make a comment that married men live longer, but they are more willing to die. Yes, my husband puts his life on his line all the time with me. It's not even funny sometimes. He thinks he's funny.
I don't think that's quite what he means.
Oh, maybe not.
It means I'm more willing to die for you, honey. Not that you're.
No, I don't think that's what he means. No, or they. I don't even know if it's a guy. It's a person. We don't know.
You're doing the
we have to be
pronoun
careful.
thing?
We have to be careful. We don't want to offend people too much. That's not. This is not an offensive.
I think you're already dead.
I have. If I offended any, if I offended anybody, I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm trying not to offend anybody. Stop with the toilet.
Chris,
that's not our
you know
bathroom,
what?
by the way.
Well, that's what's the most offensive.
Chris, showing that toilet's really crappy of you.
I already made a picture. And what's most offensive about Diana is how inoffensive she is.
Well,
Chris has a shitty job, but somebody has to do it.
Oh
I
my
realized
gosh.
that I was offending people by being too much of like a fence setter and,
Oh my
and not like wanting to offend people. And so I'm going to try to stop that. Especially on my
Yay.
show, because I just...
We found out creator's outlet is a man. To blazes with pronouns. I love it. That's so funny. To blazes with pronouns. Can I borrow that? I'm going to do that the next time I'm talking to my young people in my life. That's too funny.
You know, I've discovered watching these Japanese VTubers.
Yeah, you might want to change it though, because you don't look like a man.
Wow,
that's true.
That's
true.
I am a man. You might want
That's
to change it.
That's a really good point. I don't think I could pull off looking like or being a guy. No. To blazes with pronouns. I am a woman. There we go.
I like to say but my favorite nouns are amateur nouns.
I always wondered how.
Yes.
Amateur
nouns. Japanese could get away with like just one like pronoun for male or female. No, it's hardly ever used. Well, it's like, but it's not just one pronoun, but it's like they're gender neutral pronouns like san for like Mr. or Mrs. Or maybe I don't know if that would be Ms. or.
I don't know. If someone makes a point to tell me that they prefer to be called something different than what they obviously are, I do my best to comply, and I won't.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it just can be kind of difficult. I was just surprised that there's languages where people just refer to themselves, mainly just refer to themselves in the third person. Because in English, that's considered to be like kind of like someone's being egotistical, but like in Japanese, it's actually considered more polite a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even really care. It's just like what I don't like is when they surprise twist you. Like you meet somebody and you have no idea they're not. They're not wearing a sign on their head that says you must call me by the following pronoun, and you say something like, let me get the door for you, ma'am, and I don't know, whatever you said just gets them going because you opened the door, number one, and you were polite, I guess. I don't know.
So
what I found was interesting about Japanese is it's just referring to the person by their name or somebody referring to themselves in the third person most of the time. So that kind of
I got to tell you,
so that kind of simplifies things.
I have a really serious question.
Chris wants to know what your question is.
Are slee stacks male only or female?
No. We've got females who just don't have boobs
because
reptiles.
You have another slee stack person here. Creator's outlet says he identifies as a slee stack.
Oh, that's cool. I actually identify as Altrusion, but my surname is Sleestack.
Oh my
We're trying to kind of fit in.
I see that. Trying to fit in. I love it.
Yeah, we're trying to fit into Slee. Because most of the people in the Lost City are Sleestacks. There's very few Altrusions, and for a while there, we were pretty heavily discriminated against. For things have changed since I've left the Land of the Lost. However, humans keep figuring out new ways to get banned.
You get banned?
Yeah, from the Land of the Lost.
Yeah, but can you really keep them out?
No, I'm not in charge of immigration policy. I'm just saying that I know that certain things that are going to cause, controversy. Like, kind of think about it. There was something I tweeted about today that I'm pretty sure would get humans banned from the Land of the Lost. Some sort of thing going on. DC, yeah, DC, but I can't say that on air.
Lorenzo,
they did something with Batman's sex life, and so.
Is there a wall around the Land of the Lost?
It's just in a different dimension, and
This is a truth stone. You have to tell us if your dimension is defended by a wall.
well, there's not. It's not like wait a minute.
The
We
truth
don't
stone.
have like a Donald Slee stack that goes or puts it's.
I forget.
It's a
They
different
got
dimension
they
now.
get in through a waterfall, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep. Yeah, it is kind of hard. It's not like we can really keep. It's not like. Well, I shouldn't say
Lorenzo's
we don't
not in
live there
charge of
anymore, but it's
security.
not like
It's not like
you
trying
can
to
really
close
keep
seven
humans
borders.
out. It's just they might not be all that welcome. Like,
Right.
yeah, the latest thing was something having to do with DC Comics, and I won't go
So
over it on TV.
hang
It's not family friendly. I'll just say.
Hang on. So the controversy is
What?
Did you hear about
there was a Batman cartoon, I think a Harlequin cartoon actually,
and
it was proposed that they would have a love scene between Catwoman and Batman, where Batman would perform oral sex on Catwoman, and DC said, "No, heroes do not have oral sex." But they didn't use the term oral sex. That's the sanitized version.
Oh my word, Chris, where do you find this stuff?
On the internet.
And you believe it on the internet.
There are so many jokes that I could say with that, but I don't think they're appropriate for this stream.
And apparently they already were like, wait, it wasn't like a kid's bad like that Harley Quinn thing's apparently been adult oriented for a while now.
Oh yeah.
And so they've shown all sorts of other things, but they wouldn't show that. And the reason they gave is that it's because he was a hero.
I can't.
So heroes do not have oral sex.
It doesn't make any sense.
To which Cyclopian, who has one eye and no mouth, said, "Amen."
It just doesn't make any sense.
I
It just seems like such a not. I mean, maybe they would just say, "Well, this just doesn't seem appropriate" or something. But no, they said no, because he's a hero. Now, if he was a villain, on the other hand,
yeah.
Oh, you guys! Oh
Hey,
my goodness!
I gotta take advantage of Terry while he's still here. Terry.
Oh, Terry, watch out! I'm sorry.
Are you doing the 24-hour comic this year?
Yes, I am.
I'm getting the itch, and it's about what, 2 months away, 3 months?
Nothing. Well, you'll be able to sign up online in August. So you have 2 months before signing starts.
Okay.
Okay, what's this about 24-hour comic? What are the
Oh,
rules?
Rick, you're in so much trouble.
I remember that.
That would be like a really fun thing.
I went to bed. I
find it
was like,
fun.
So
night.
Terry last year introduced me to a 24-hour comic promotion. I don't know if you want to call it that. It's a worldwide.
It's a challenge. It's an
global
annual
effort.
challenge that happens every year.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it,
little.
but I don't know any rules or whatever. So
Basically,
Terry,
you have to read a
more
24
versed
page
on it than I
comic in
am.
24 hours.
Yep.
Some of these big name CG guys whose books are always late, they should really. And I'm not talking about you, Rick.
yeah,
Well, I have to tell
Yeah,
you, I
some of these
failed.
big guys, they
I
could probably
failed on the
benefit from that.
24-hour challenge. I think I only did, I want to say 17, maybe 16 pages. I don't remember. It's documented somewhere. But this year, I'm determined to get, how many pages is it? 24?
24.
24 and 24. So
Yeah.
that means the artwork is going to be simplified. Last year, I tried to get too deep into it, and yeah, it was a molten mess, but it was fun.
do you just have to draw it, or do you have to write it too?
Oh, I did both. I kind of just spawned a story off that I had kicking around for years. I just went with it.
And it seems like it'd be good. I know I made a joke at the well, not exactly a joke, but at the expense of the big name guys. But I think it sounds like anybody could benefit from it. Any comic creator, because it's. I know that they're. Did you guys both find it beneficial, Chris and Terry?
I would recommend it for anybody. The only thing I would also state, and I don't remember if some guys were taking nap breaks or not, but I was delusional around hour 22, and by hour 23, I was falling asleep in my chair.
First of all, I'm going to tell you all now, it's not a page an hour.
Yeah, you want to do it even quicker.
Yeah, it sounds like there it would be like a good thing to like help somebody kind of sort out what the essentials are and what's kind of the extra stuff, because I know
it does force you to prioritize. So
yeah, because I think that seems like that can be a big problem with, I'm not a comic book creator, but it seems like somebody can be like really super intricate, like but
this year, last year I tried to draw like almost a straight up superhero comic in a very rushed and rough fashion. This year I will be using characters of a very specific design format. The idea will be characters that I can draw with as few lines as possible, but still look lively and weighty, which of course I'm just describing comics. I mean, if you draw this, for example, if you draw Archie comics, they're not that detailed. You can zip through Archie comics if that's the style you choose to use.
I think what happened is people kind of settled on that Cal art style, but I think there's multiple ways of doing it, though. That simplifying things, you don't have to do it the same way that everybody else is doing it.
I can't.
I'm not saying that it always looks bad. So I think it looks good at Adventure Time.
Well, I think it was good for an original thing, but to make a whole like niche out of it, a whole genre.
Yeah, I think it's just done overdone.
Right.
Does it have to be black and white, or does it have to be colored, or what? Or can you do either or?
Yeah, it's up to the creator.
That's entirely up to you.
I'm just wondering what, like I said, the rules. Before you get into something like this.
It sounds like coloring might make it take too long.
Right now. Most people plan it out ahead of time, but they don't write up a script until a month before, and they don't draw it until the day of.
Okay, so some people actually do the script beforehand. It's all right to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Or you said there's a site or something for this to maybe get the rules or whatever.
Yeah, 24hourcomics.com, I think it is. I have to look it up.
Hang on, let me see if I can pull it up. I'll Google it because I think that's how I found it the first time. It's got a distinctive logo. Let's see. I believe.
Okay, that was
one of their flyers. Okay, so let me share this. Dun 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 dun. I'm just making noise so it sounds cooler than dead air. Dun 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 dun. dun.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy.
So this is not the actual site, but this is, I guess, that's the logo.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to discover in the world. I don't know what that's about.
Did I put the right link in the
this
chat?
Must be this.
Is that for this year?
October 1st. I don't know. I just Googled it, but I went to the logo.
I hope I put the right link in the chat.
Let's see. What did Lorenzo put up?
24hourslogo.com.
It might be. Hang on. Let's try that. Because I should have done that, but I Googled it thinking I was a wise guy. 24-hour. Whoop, I put a space in there. That won't work.
But this says for 2007.
Site can't be reached. I got the wrong site, obviously. Or I typed it wrong.
Yeah, it looks like I got one for 2006. So I don't know what's going on there.
24 hours.
Because I put in, I thought maybe I put that, maybe I entered that it was misspelled it or something. Maybe it's spelled a different way.
Well, I'm pretty sure we didn't do it in 2007, so I know it's out there somewhere. I haven't known Terry that long.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what. I'm just wondering if they came up with a different site after this or what.
They must have, but that's the right logo, so we're on the right track.
24-hour comics day?
Yeah. Oh, you found it?
I think I found it.
Let's see. Can you share it, or should I?
Here we go.
Let's see.
Wait a minute.
Wait. I'm looking. I don't know what I'm doing. That's not what I
Yeah,
want.
put the new one. It's for
Oh, there it is.
for
Yeah,
last year though.
that one. Yeah, they may not have this year's up yet. I don't know.
At least they got the right site this time.
Hey, you were close the last time.
But let's see.
Yeah, I guess I was just. Yeah, put 24-hour comics before instead of 24-hour comics day.
Let's see. Wow, man, I suck.
What's that? Did you guys?
I can't find it. I like literally
Well,
mistyped.
maybe it's not posted yet.
Ooh.
No, there's a link in our in the main chat on
Yeah.
YouTube that Lorenzo put.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're looking for the 2021. What? I mean,
No,
yeah,
this is for.
This is
they
last
just,
year.
Yeah, but I just think they don't. I just think they haven't updated it yet.
Right.
Because there's
there's also a group,
an archive there. You know,
our archives for pirates. Archives.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
But this is what Terry and I participated in online last year.
Yeah.
And really, I believe we were able to be in the same room virtually, and there were other guys in there, and we were able to talk. I believe that because I may have dreamed that. I might have been delusional.
That's possible.
You can actually host a live face-to-face one too,
Yeah,
which I
I guess
thought would be
that's what we're
super
looking
fun.
at.
I put the Facebook group in the chat. Maybe I don't know if that'll have updates in the future.
Could be.
There's not any at the moment, but
They had food.
They did have food. You didn't get any food from me. No,
You know,
that's the
much easier to
live
stay
one.
awake there. Yeah, I would like to do it live, but
Hey
the
there,
only
Jazz
guy-
Crab.
Hey, Jazz Crab.
oh,
What's up?
Skilly Bop to Jazz Crab.
Yay.
Let's see if I have. So, no, I don't have the right one. Hang on.
No.
Anyways, I would love to do a live one, but if I remember right, the only one was that. Remember that guy from Connecticut that we met in Springfield?
Yes,
I think it was?
I do remember him.
He was doing that too, but
He was hosting one. You can actually host one. It says it on their site. I remember reading it last year. You can
guess
actually
we
host
could
a
too,
physical
but-
one.
Well, that's really cool.
That would be fun.
I mean, how hard would
Actually,
it be to rent out some place?
24hourcomicsday.com.
yeah. Or the thing is, if you wanted to do it live or whatever, you could just come on your own channel and do it live. Show it off.
That's true too. Yeah, I think we had to go through Discord to hook up, right?
Yeah. And the guy who was doing the online hosting, decided to do it through Discord, because everybody didn't have access to Facebook rooms.
Right. Yep. And that may change. I don't know how stable they are. They might use Facebook rooms this year. It depends on how people are working, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Whoops. So I just moved my mouse and hit the banner. I wasn't trying to show anything.
Jazz Crab mentioned that you can use Discord. You can stream from. There you go.
From Discord,
no
yeah.
kidding. We need to
I
look
can tell
into
you
that,
this,
honey.
I went overboard. I went
That's kinda
overboard
cool.
last year. No, I said I went overboard last year. My final
with the
page
24-hour
count was
comic?
28 pages.
Well, this year I'm going to develop a very different character for 24-hour comic day. And I think that's important, but you'll see. I have to work on some stuff. Have to think about it. Let it hatch.
Does he hatches things? He doesn't just draw them. He
Well, I
hatches
would
them.
love to tell a story of preschool Cyclopian.
Christopher.
No, it's so cool. He's a cool little character. There's a lot of possibilities. We'll see.
We'll see. That's how we should, yep, end that conversation. We'll see.
Okay.
I just
Now
think
you've made
that's a
me
good
feel
thing.
awkward.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
wasn't trying to.
Look at this. I look awkward now.
No, you don't. You were goofy.
My camera keeps sliding. That's why I keep shutting it off.
So Jazz Crab said it sounded interesting, but they've never tried it before. But you're gonna do it again.
It's a
I'm kind of
blast,
happy
yeah.
for you. Yeah, you liked it.
I loved it. I failed, and you know what happens when I fail?
Makes
I
you
go
want to
back
do it
at
again.
it 10 times harder, or I drop it altogether, and I'm not ready to drop it.
No,
Just not ready.
I think you were too detailed.
Well, I think I wasn't even ready to go at it, but now I have a lot more experience under my belt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first time I did it, I failed miserably.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the way I wrote
almost
it.
like, it's almost like Neo with the jump. Remember?
Who?
For Neo,
who?
the Matrix.
Oh,
Nobody makes the first jump. Yeah, but what if he does?
yeah,
You don't remember that movie?
I do.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in many years.
Oh,
Yes, I
Sorry.
do, Mr. Anderson.
I tried watching it, but a bunch of people started talking in the middle of it, and then I ended up missing some key parts. I have to watch it again.
were you in a watch party or something?
Yeah, with humans.
With humans. Go figure, right? That's
Yeah,
humans.
go figure. No. Hashtag not all humans.
Right.
But yeah, just for whatever reason, it was. I guess there were just a lot of people, and some people went somewhere and came back or something and started talking.
Got it.
They probably had already seen it a gazillion times.
I that drives me cuckoo when when all of a sudden you're trying to watch something and people are just blah blah blahing.
Yeah, it was distracting. But other than that, I enjoyed the movie. It's just been a while, so I'm kind of getting these references, but I'm only partially getting them. So I need to start. So should I watch the whole trilogy, Chris? Or
Hang on one second.
Basically, I recommend watching the first one.
Okay.
You have to watch. Yeah, it's weird because the trilogy isn't the worst, but I love 1 and 2, but 3 kind of throws the whole thing for a little bit of a loop.
Yeah, so
well, I think number 2 throws it for a bit of a loop too.
I guess I fell in love with like the whole Neo now has power thing, you know. But 3,
yeah,
I don't know. 3, the Oracle was different because the actress died, and that was a big part of it for me.
Spoiler alert!
Oh
well,
whoa,
actually, the actress of Trinity changed from 1 to 2.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
Nobody
that.
picked up on it.
I never.
Nobody
did
picked
either.
up on it because no attention to her.
I think she died too. That's why they changed actresses. I could be wrong.
Too many
I didn't
spoilers.
I didn't realize the actress of the Oracle changed from 2 to 3.
I didn't. Well, yeah, because yeah, oh yeah, she did.
Well, I'm not saying she didn't. I'm just saying I didn't realize.
Yeah, and I didn't realize Trinity. That's crazy. I guess that's just the power of Keanu, right? Keanu Reeves. He's a powerful.
Did you see somebody took Keanu Reeves and they place his face, like they superimposed his face using deep fake technology, and a bunch of well, not a bunch of people, but like some people on Sesame Street, including some little kid. And so this little kid's got these what does he have, like did he have like a goatee or or like sideburns or both. And the kid just looked just like Keanu Reeves, except for a mini Keanu. It's great. I'll have to send you the link.
That's cool. I have to apologize. I'm responding to an emergency email. And by emergency, I mean from work.
I was going to say it's got to be from work.
Yeah, because I never even look at the email unless it's, let's see.
I was like, all of a sudden he got really quiet, which is very unlike him.
He doesn't
Like-
look at the emails unless it's from. So,
Right.
Diana, never. If you really need to talk to him, do not email him. You know this.
No, he got really he got like
They
distracted.
mentioned something in
easily.
private chat.
Let me see.
Oh no, that was
Okay.
in response to Terry.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what to do for tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
Ideally I'd be planning the show out a week in advance, but I'm so busy watching these other shows.
Right.
Going on other shows. trying to think of like something worth talking about that hasn't already been talked about. Beating in the ground.
I'm back.
So I'm trying to figure out what to do. What the theme of tomorrow's second should be.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Trying to figure out the theme of tomorrow's Slee Stacking show.
Right.
Because it seems like everything gets beaten into the ground by the time Thursday runs around. You know, we've already talked about Batman a gazillion times. Everybody's talked about Batman.
Right.
Maybe there'll be something new tomorrow. There's got to be something new.
Oh, there's always something new and convoluted, I guess. It's just going to kind of.
Hey, what about Loki? What about Loki? Didn't he like have a gender switch or something?
Yeah, that was last week's show. that was literally what we discussed last week.
You're behind the times.
Yeah, it turned out that he had actually turned into a mare before, and then the stallion had its way with.
I can't even.
With Loki.
Well, the thing is,
mythology, Loki became a mom.
Mythology has a lot of weird stuff.
To a full soul.
It's not that outrageous.
Yeah, it's like because Loki has always been able to, at least in Norse mythology, has always been able to switch.
So the only thing that it's breaking the mold, and this is where things are getting cloudy, I think. Comic books used to have to fall under a comic code authority, and there were guidelines and things that they just could not go into, and so they had, especially in the 60s, almost a sense of like controlled chaos where they weren't allowed to get creative to express anything outside the hero beats up bad guy type stuff.
Well, yeah, that's because EC Comics was too cool, and then they couldn't have that anymore.
That was the horror comics, right?
Oh, they had that, but they also
straight horror. That's all they were, straight horror.
Well, they also had like a sci-fi story, and
they were the first to die.
Well,
EC was the first to die.
But they had a story with they must have done science fiction as well, because they had a story with a black astronaut, and I think they were supposed to censor the sweat on the guy's forehead, and I think that's when they decided, we're going out of business, and we're going to go make Mad Magazine instead. Like Cartman.
Because they considered themselves a magazine and not a comic book.
Yeah, they were able to get around the comic book code.
Well, and was that when they changed the size of the book to magazine format?
Well, I think EC Comics went out of business, and then they started Mad Magazine.
EC Comics but Mad Magazine, just because of the title of the book was Mad Magazine, they didn't have to follow the comics code.
Yeah. And that's what I grew up with was with Mad Magazine. But then after a while, I started reading Weekly World News because it was cheaper.
Well, I used to read Mad, and I remember the local corner store didn't carry Mad, but they always got Cracked. So I had Cracked as well.
Yeah.
Which is just a corporate
If you
ripoff of
if
Bad
you
Boy.
didn't read Mad, you read Crack.
Yep, and that was the way 80s drugs were
Yeah.
too.
Oh no!
Yikes!
Reference.
Bad
Oh.
times in 80s life. America always had these things.
It was one of those things where don't ask, don't tell, because you can hurt yourself trying to explain it.
You could hurt yourself trying to explain.
So I never actually read the original Cracked. I just remember hearing, "Oh, that's just a Mad Magazine ripoff," but I actually heard it was pretty good in retrospect.
I always enjoyed it, but I also always felt like it was kind of like comparing. It was just in the same genre as Mad, you know, like
I see.
You would not confuse Cracked with Marble Age or Game Pro or Nintendo Power. It wasn't that kind of magazine. It looked and felt like a Mad magazine. There may be nuances that people remember, but overall, it was like black and white tone art, and sarcasm and just hilarious satire of whatever was popular that month, really.
Yeah, Jazz Crap said that the Cracked magazine was good too. Yeah, I think it had some of the same people. Like I know a guy who's a comic book creator, and pretty sure he had worked for both.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, I know a lot of comic book creators.
One magazine would drive you mad, the other would crack you up.
Yeah. So
it's cool because they would take like or TV shows that were contemporary, and whoever was drawing them was very good, and they'd have characters that looked like the guys from the show but were still cartoony, and they would just run these stupid scenarios and cliches and things that you would joke about at the water cooler would be in Mad Magazine and Crack Magazine. Like, hey, imagine if Fonzie made out with Mrs. Cunningham. Well, in the book, he's making out with Mrs. Cunningham. It's like, okay,
so was National Lampoon like the college age version?
I've really never really read National
Lampoon. I wonder if that was more of a thing back in the 70s than in the 80s. Because I just know, I've seen some pictures from it on the internet, but I'm mainly familiar with the Chevy Chase movie, vacation movies, and Animal House. But that's been a while since I've watched any of those.
Well,
man, Animal House was crazy. I can't believe I watched that as a little kid. My parents didn't seem to think it was that inappropriate. Apparently.
I didn't mind Animal House.
It's like this. If you were old enough to stay up late to watch Saturday Night Live, then Animal House and anything starring John Belushi was okay.
Oh, I don't think it was old enough for any of that stuff. I was a pretty young kid when I don't know if I was like 10 or how old when I watched Animal House. I mean, I was a real little kid. But then again, most of the jokes just went over my head. So, the adultery and stuff. I do remember asking why somebody was being paddled. I think the guy was saying, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Yeah.
But it's the hazing.
I don't know.
Join the fraternity
from all that stuff. My mom actually, she was very strict about the television, and HBO was not something in my house. When I did get to go to the movies, it was PG or less. But when I turned 18, I consumed everything I could get my hands on, and that's
of course you did.
Yeah, that's when I saw Animal House. With Jace, I was different with my son. He could watch anything but sex, so like we would do zombie movies and horror flicks, but he had a threshold. I remember when I took him to Mortal Kombat. Apparently, he was 3 years old. I didn't really know that, but.
What the hell?
Yeah. Well, he wanted to go really bad. And yes, I remember the opening scene. I believe it was the bad guy there. pulling off somebody's back or breaking his head or pulling his head off his body.
Yeah,
And-
so that was something, the sort of thing my parents wouldn't want me to see is if they thought something was way too violent.
Yeah, as it turned out, I thought it was too, in retrospect.
Yeah, like if they thought something was like, they thought something was more violent than age appropriate, they wouldn't let me watch it.
Well, the good news is my instincts kicked in once he started screaming, and we had to leave immediately. But it's funny because I believe he still has memories of that day.
He does, and that's like a family story. I remember the time my dad took me to this horrible movie at 3, and I cried, and we had to leave. Like, oh my god!
But he watched South Park, and that had quite a bit of sex, didn't it?
Yeah. It had
Well,
sex. I mean, he
not
wasn't allowed to watch.
Inappropriate
I
stuff.
wouldn't let him watch anything with topless girls, live flesh, more or less. South Park, he was a little older, but I just couldn't escape the humor. And this is terrible of me, but there was nothing funnier than when he would start singing Uncle Effer.
Yeah, that was a classic.
You know, 11, 12 years old, him and my nephew would sing in harmony Uncle Effer.
Well,
and I would just sit there and giggle, and of course that was totally irresponsible. Never do that with your children out there, folks.
I had a friend who, I think we were drinking or something, might have been smoking something, and like he kept just turning the stereo up way too loud, and it was late at night, and so I called him that because we were both South Park fans, so he thought it was funny. But that to me, that's what an Uncle Effer is somebody who turns up the stereo too loud at night when you got neighbors.
I know.
Yeah. But they actually meant like the little literal, a bit on the literal side on with Terrence and Phillip.
The magic of South Park was so raw that it was easy to dismiss as just junk. But if you look deeper, they were always writing some killer stuff.
Oh yeah, it was like a kind of like Mad Magazine or SNL or something, but yeah, just some, but like at its witty, but like when they were at like Mad Magazine at its wittiest or SNL at its wittiest or whatever. Because they were as far as like political satire and satirizing Hollywood. Sometimes they were just like dead on about. Other times I might disagree with them, but still, they really did seem to hit the nail on the head as far as like finding the perfect way to satirize things. Like, did you guys see the PC Principle stuff? Where they get it's like this woke principal who went around enforcing political correctness, and he hung out with the PC frat boys.
I think I may have, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was perfect because it's just like what these I don't even like using the word SJW. It's overused, but they managed to catch the whole cancel culture. And that happens on the right as well. But
hey guys, I got to do this. Hang on a second.
You're funny.
What was your favorite greeting? Was it
what
the
they meant
firm
to play.
shake, the knuckle tap,
Oh dear
or
God.
the butterfly?
what were those greetings?
You're yawning?
Is that from
I'm
a
sorry.
Tim Burton film?
That was me yawning. I forgot my mic was on. Oh, my eyes are watering. I'm a hot mess over here, guys.
Lorenzo, what
Sorry.
was your question?
Was that from a Tim Burton film?
I don't know if Tim Burton was involved in this, the Martian invasion one.
Is that Mars Attacks?
Yes, Mars Attacks.
Kung Fu?
Young man,
Yes, the greatest
how
TV
is
show
it
ever.
that you do not?
I can't.
Not to be confused with Kung Fu: The Legend Continues.
Now return control of your television set to you.
Oh, they're going.
Until next
Oh,
week
the
at the
CW
same
is going to
time,
try to remake
the
it.
control voice will.
They are?
Yeah,
Which one?
Kung Fu.
Oh, they're good. So
Oh,
they
with
already
the
had The
tech,
Legend
right?
Continues. I don't know how they're gonna do this. Especially with David Carradine passed away, and I won't go into details
They're
about how he
they're
died.
gender swapping.
Oh no!
The ongoing Kung Fu, the ongoing legend.
Okay, I have to ask. It's getting late, so I have to ask something. Did anybody hear about Channel 5's television show about the Queen of England, Anne Boleyn, I think her name is, who was race swapped from white to black?
What?
And it was a hysterical. It was a historical movie, and they literally race swapped the Queen of England, and they were shocked. Ratings came back very, very low.
I could actually, yeah.
I heard about that they were going to be doing that. Yeah.
I was surprised as heck. I heard about it too, but I didn't realize the Queen wasn't black.
Yeah,
I heard about the whole race swapping thing.
Yeah, I always thought that all the royal family members were black.
I thought the controversy was there was one black queen. I didn't even read the articles. I was like, oh, well, good. If there was a black queen, let her be in the movie. And then I saw the thing today, and I guess the ratings tanked, and it was highly criticized. And of course, it would be like if you suddenly said, let's do a movie about Walt Disney, but we're going to make him, I don't know,
a Chinese lady.
Yeah, from
that'd be awesome.
From Japan, who was born in France, but was actually from Africa. They. And by the way, let's just be edgy. She can be bisexual, and she's going to be good at everything.
But that's bigoted nowadays. Yeah, so you have to be pansexual. It's not good enough to be bi.
I don't even know what pansexual is.
Nobody knows.
Robots.
No, I think it means that you're also into trans people. I think.
Oh.
I don't know.
Pansexual have sex with anything and it pans out the way it does?
I don't know. Somebody told. So when I think that's what it means.
That's kind of scary.
But I thought that it meant that you have sex with robots or something.
Oh my
God! Because that's what happened. Wasn't that what happened with that Solo movie?
I don't think that's it.
Londo?
I don't think
Londo Caribbean.
You are so annoying. Stop.
I do not know the way to your world.
Yeah, it's confusing. Confusing finding my way to this human world. I can only exist as a cartoon at the moment.
Okay, so
that was like when the BBC turned the Phillies into a black man for a historical cartoon.
So guys, with all this fun, I did notice it's like 10:13, so we got to start getting ready to shut down.
Yeah, we still haven't figured out what's going to happen on tomorrow's show.
I know. What have you covered so far?
Everything.
Great. Well, that
Chaos.
narrows it down.
Chaos is going to happen.
I think we covered it all on that show.
Well, how edgy do you want to get? There's so much drama out there stewing. It's like, oh my goodness.
There seems to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some things have kind of changed. Daniel hasn't been on the show lately, and he had been my co-host. That still doesn't explain why I don't have a topic.
Well,
so Jazz Crab wants to know if anybody is Sleaze Stack curious.
I am.
Well, maybe you could do a whole show about Sleastackians. Have you done that before and get all the trivia?
It comes up on every show.
Yeah.
So the Sleastackian, so the Sleastackian show is named after my last name, Sleastack.
Right.
But have you done a female
Sleastack.
expose? Like maybe you should do like a show about female Sleastackians. You should
Well,
represent.
I've talked about it many times. I
Oh.
used to get humans confused with each other, and then I saw that that human women had breasts, and no, it kind of helped me figure things out.
Well, that I'm glad
yeah.
that
You guys
has
don't
helped
have
you.
Our women don't have that.
Yeah, you guys don't have that cue. So how do you
Yeah,
know a female from a male sleeve stacking? What's the telltale?
Oh, they're always just sitting on eggs. You know,
Oh.
they'll never even get you a beer out of the fridge.
So where do they buy the
Oh,
eggs?
sorry, that was kind of sexist of me.
Do they go to where do they go to get the eggs?
Well, they just lay them.
Like a reptile?
Yeah, there are what do you think? What do you? Yeah,
These are mine to make you tell the truth.
Huh?
I'm using mind tactics to make you tell the truth. Oh, you just got older. He called his lawyer in.
Well, that was just an old picture.
Oh
So I'm kind of stuck in the way that I'm drawn by the human artist, but
Rick,
then there'd be kind of general. Gotham Knight draws me, and so it's just kind of a general approximation of how I look. But that's how I can manifest myself in your world. It's just in 2D.
You're 00 sleeve stack.
Something like that.
You're an agent.
Well, I'm not really sleeve stack. That's just my name.
Is that a wristwatch or is it a weapon?
I'm just happy to see you. Oh, no.
So tomorrow night,
you don't have a reply to that. You don't have a video.
I'm broken. Okay.
I figured you'd have a video for that one.
Oh wait.
Wait, he says.
I'm looking at. I don't really have much in like really good yet. There's the classic. You know what the classic is, don't you?
Yes.
You mean the toilet?
Oh, classic has been a bull.
Now you saw that sash.
Now you saw that sash. I love that. Now you saw that sash. Poor Sash is wounded.
I'm not even looking at it.
He's like, I wounded. That kid is always going to remember that mom went, now you saw that Sash.
Oh, is that what it says in the?
Yeah, well, it's a mom, I believe, talking to her son.
Oh, I don't ever hear the audio part, though.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No, but I don't know. My air conditioner's on.
No, I didn't
Well,
realize.
I just heard it that time. I never heard it before when you played it, the audio.
Usually because Chris is laughing and you can't hear anything.
Diana, be really quiet, but close your eyes, okay? Just listen, see if you can hear it.
Now you saw that sash.
Did the kid want to see that?
Did you hear it that time, though?
I heard it.
Sounds like
it's very important the audio works.
Yeah.
Yeah, did it work?
Yeah,
no.
It definitely worked.
I think she's denying it.
I just want to know what the kid wanted to see that, or the mother wanted the kid to see that. I don't know.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
Can I see what? Yes, you're blinking things. Now I'm getting a headache. Stop. Please.
Isn't that cool though?
No, not at all. Sorry.
So tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, Lorenzo streams on. Is it YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch?
Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. YouTube's the only one that anybody tunes into, I think. I'm saying tune into like an old fogey.
Yeah,
I don't know. Nobody tunes into anything anymore.
The kids are the only thing they might tune into, and they're looking at it going, "I don't play mom's guitar."
There you go. Do people play guitar anymore, or do they just?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I thought it was replaced by turntables.
I haven't played in a long time, but yeah, I still play, but not recently.
Well, what about 2 turntables and a microphone?
That would be good. For what?
The question is,
turntables and a microphone. That was the classic rap song.
Are they not tuning into the turned off? That didn't work out well. They're tuned out. They're out of tune.
Yeah, they really are, all of them. I haven't played in a long time. Yeah, no, don't do this, Chris. So what's up, guys?
Chris, what are you doing?
I was messing around with the guitar.
Yeah, but you haven't messed around in there.
Yeah,
Very...
in a long time. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
wow,
done.
look at that. I pulled the microphone right out of the stand.
Oh, he's a hot man. What are you doing, honey?
Hang on. I gotta get it.
He doesn't know.
No, it's gotta go in a hole. Ah, there it goes.
Oh my goodness.
So you haven't played guitar in a long time? Is that what you're saying?
Very long time. Neither one of us have. That was my guitar for many years, and he came and took it over because I had some shoulder stuff going on. So he bought me a backpack guitar, which is the cutest little thing ever. And I have it in my office, and I keep saying to myself, I got to pick it up and start playing again. But I just haven't yet. You did.
Excuse me.
Oh my God! All right, well,
I typed in.
Listen, we got to get going.
Back to two turntables and a microphone.
Yeah. What about
it's where it's at? I think was the name of the song. Thanks, Jazz Crab. Yeah, I miss. I used to. The Jazz Crab had an excellent music section on Pangea, but then I got kicked out of Pangea for the fourth time for no apparent reason. So.
Yeah, I've never.
Unfortunately, I can't post in there anymore.
Oh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, check out
8 Eastern.
It's a song by Beck, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Jazz Crab. I can't even speak now. Jazz Crab put it down.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah, I'm a little slow on the uptake, guys.
Oh, that's fine.
That's because it's past my bedtime. Notice that it's after 10 and I'm still here.
Yes. We're about to end the show.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jazz Crab. I didn't realize he got kicked. That's weird. The Jazz Crab got kicked out.
Wow.
That is so weird.
That is so
well,
weird.
I guess it's probably no longer a fun group anyway, then.
Hey, maybe you can talk about that tomorrow night in your show.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about Pangea or the Trash Compactor show.
All right.
I just content to let them do their own thing over
there. You go.
Whoever's left over there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to say goodbye. Don't forget to back the Great Cyclopian on Kickstarter. 13 days remaining. I'm reading right from a script, as you can see on the bottom of the screen.
Guys, thank you so much for coming. It was so much fun.
Wait, honey, you can't say goodnight yet.
Jazz Crab says it's back, but the sample is Mantronics. Very important. Yeah. Very important.
Hey, good night, honey. Good night, honey.
Okay, hang on.
That's the thing I forgot is
what?
So see, honey, before you say goodbye, I had to post the link. That way, anybody who's waiting will see the link one more time. Maybe they're watching this on rerun.
So, Lorenzo, I hope you have a really great topic by tomorrow for your show.
Yeah, are you guys going on a show tomorrow night?
I do not believe that we are. And we need to back One-Eyed Willie. Is there a link for that?
Actually,
or is that us? What?
I must be honest with you. The name William was considered and it was rejected. His real name is Peter Mall. Excuse me.
I thought it was One-Eyed Peter now.
One-Eyed Peter. One-Eyed Pete. Yeah.
But that's actually yes. So Willie was rejected, but Peter made it.
Well,
but Peter is a pumpkin eater.
Ooh. Okay,
oh, guys, I'm
with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're closing the show.
Do you have the link to the Kickstarter?
Yeah, I posted it just like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
Lorenzo.
I
didn't see it in the chat.
Okay, wait, it might be there.
There we go. Now it's loaded.
Now you got it.
You're going to see it again in a second, I think, because I think it's now going to double post. I think there's a delay in StreamYard.
Oh my
but
gosh.
We love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't know how long or if I'm going to be conscious, but we'll swing by if we're not committed to a show by then.
I love you guys too, and have an excellent evening.
Yes,
You too, guys.
absolutely.